God's ultimate purpose is like a big building project. It's God's big plan for the world. Your God-given purpose is like your individual job on the construction site. Maybe you're the electrician, the plumber, or the painter. Your role is unique, but it's all part of fulfilling the architect's grand design. God provides the instructions, the guidance, and the tools, but you are the one who has to pick up the hammer and get to work. Now, a few days ago, we posted some questions online about God-given purpose. Today, in this video, we'll be answering the question number 1. So let's dive right in and explore what purpose really means, starting with the question. Here it is. Do we call the process of following God even before discovering your purpose working in purpose? Is the journey of working with God considered fulfilling purpose, or purpose is specifically tied to the unique thing God has called you to do? Now, the answer. Yes. Your God-given purpose is specifically tied to the unique thing God has created and called you to do. However, there is a journey before walking fully in purpose. This preparatory journey is not necessarily walking in purpose. It is not accurately described as walking in the will of God. When you give your life to Christ, you are not yet fulfilling purpose in the sense of the specific assignment God has for you. Salvation is the doorway, the entry point into the kingdom of God. It is the starting line of the journey where you align yourself with God's will and begin to grow spiritually. Let's talk about the stages in discovering and working in God-given purpose. First, we have the salvation stage. Salvation is the foundation. Without it, you cannot even begin to fulfill your purpose. Accepting Christ is like answering the call to step into God's kingdom. It's the first step, but it's not the destination. As Jesus said in John chapter 14, verse 6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Salvation brings you into relationship with God, but it does not automatically mean you are walking in God-given purpose. Second, we have walking in the will of God, the journey before purpose. After salvation, there's a process of spiritual growth, obedience, and alignment with God's will. During this time, you walk hand in hand with God, learning to trust Him and follow His lead. This stage is essential because it prepares you for your specific purpose. However, it is not yet the fulfillment of purpose. The Bible describes this stage as a period of spiritual immaturity. Hebrews 5:12-14 says, For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have the need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracle of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. As long as you remain spiritually immature, you cannot fully grasp or walk in your God-given purpose. You are like the heir who hasn't yet come of age. Galatians 4 verses 1-2 says, Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be the Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. The third stage, which is discovery, the key to God's given purpose. You cannot fulfill your God-given purpose until you first discover what it is. Discovery is the moment God reveals to you the specific thing He has called you to do. For example, Moses lived 40 years in Pharaoh's palace and another 40 years in the wilderness tending sheep. During this time, he wasn't fulfilling his purpose. It was until he encountered God in the burning bush that his purpose was revealed, to deliver the Israelites from Egypt. Similarly, Saul, who became Paul, was on the road to Damascus when he encountered Jesus. In that moment, he asked, Lord, what do you have me do? This question came from the place of seeking purpose. Until Saul discovered his calling, he couldn't begin fulfilling it. The first stage, fulfilling purpose, step-by-step journey. Purpose is not a one-time destination. It is a step-by-step journey as you walk with God. Each step reveals more of what He has designed for you. Psalm 139 verse 16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." God has already written the pages of your life, but they are revealed progressively as you walk in obedience. Imagine you were gifted a foreign grinding machine without knowing what it is. Because you do not know its purpose, you continue to use a mortar and pestle to pound your food instead. The grinding machine sits unused. Even though it was created for your work, like to make your work easier and more efficient, it's only when you discover the purpose of the grinding machine that you can begin to use it effectively. Even then, you need to learn how to operate it before you can maximize its potential. In the same way, you cannot work in your God-given purpose without first discovering it. Purpose begins with discovery, followed by growth, learning, and alignment with God's plan. It is possible to give your life to Christ and spend time working on the things God hasn't called you to do. You might be active but not efficient in the specific purpose He has designed for you. This is why it is important to seek clarity from God and align yourself with His will. For example, imagine someone being admitted to a university to study medicine and surgery but attending engineering classes instead. They might work hard, attend lectures, and even write exams, but at the end of the day, they will have no certificate, no results to show for their effort because they weren't aligned with purpose. That's the danger of misaligned purpose. In summary, salvation is the doorway to purpose. Walking in the will of God is the journey of obedience and growth that prepares you for purpose. Discovery is the key to unlocking your God-given purpose. And finally, fulfilling purpose is a step-by-step journey that requires alignment, obedience, and growth. See you all in the comment section. I am Wisdom Wealth, the Purpose and Life Advocate.